What's up everyone, my name is Josh and this is Josh Unboxed, and welcome back to the Daily Grind, a video series in which I talk about particular cards, plays, strategy, news, and how it affects the overall sports card market. In other words, I'm just trying to find a way to help us navigate through the craziness that is the sports card world of today, as well as to help us make much more sound purchasing and selling decisions. And for today's topic, I actually just want to talk about something that I'm pretty sure a lot of other content creators have discussed, and it's just about being careful. In a market in which a lot of money can be made, there's a lot of people that will try to take advantage, whether it's through market manipulation, fakes, shill bidding. There are ways that people are going to try to take advantage to make things seem higher than what they actually are in terms of value. So as I was, looking through auctions today or looking at cards today, two cards came to mind, and I want to give these two cards as examples of, what to be careful of. And one of them I'm going to talk about right now is the 1990 Sam Vincent NBA Hoops card. Now, this card, if you're not aware of it, is a card that's kind of infamous, I guess. It's a picture of Sam Vincent, who's on the Orlando Magic, going for a layup. And in this game, Michael Jordan, they were going against the Bulls. And in this game, Michael Jordan was wearing a number 12 jersey. He wasn't wearing his number 23, he was wearing a number 12. I forget what the story was in terms of why he was wearing the number 12, but he was wearing a number 12 jersey. So in this card, it's Sam Vincent going up for a layup, and Jordan's right there front and center, right in front of the shot. And you could see him, you could see full, top up, and you can see the number 12, right? Now, this is a funny card because it's him wearing the number 12. And, I see it more as a novelty card, like, oh, hey, that's pretty cool, that's pretty interesting. Jordan's wearing number 12 instead of 23. And even in Beckett magazine back in the 90s, it had its own listing on there. It said Sam Vincent with Jordan. I remember, and it sold for $1 or something like that. But this is a card that on Card Ladder, I was just on Card Ladder, and on their homepage, there's a tickler for auctions that are about to end, and that card popped up, PSA 10. And I was like, why is it going for that price? And the price point was over $1,000 for a PSA 10. I watched it till it ended, and it ended at 1,300. It ended at 1,300. Now, after it ended, a few hours gone by, and I went to go look right now to kind of pull up the sold listing so I could show you guys through screen share, but I can't find that listing anywhere. I cannot find that sold sale anywhere. But I did take a screenshot of it though. I did take a screenshot, and I'm gonna post it right here and show you guys what it went for, what it ended up selling for. But I did find some other examples of the Sam Vincent card right now. There's two current auctions, PWCC, and the prices of them are ridiculously high. Like, I don't understand why someone would pay this much money for a PSA 10 Sam Vincent card. So I do think that there's some funny business going on with this card, especially with that last sale of about 1,300. The fact that it's going for this insane price doesn't really make sense to me, right? So I'm going to show you guys that screen in a bit, but I also want to talk about the second card on my list, and that is the 1980 Rickey Henderson PSA 8. As I was watching it for like the past month, and at the time it was going for like 220, 250, 270, right? I think it's around 270, 250 to 270, and I ended up getting the card for $350. I full disclosure, I did end up throwing it off for $350 because I felt like there was some value in that card. But as I was continuing to watch it, it went crazy. It blew up to, like, right now where it's getting close to about $650 to almost $700. And at first I was like, oh wow, this card really jumped up. But then it just didn't make sense to me. I mean, just about 2 weeks ago, it was going for like $350, less than $400. And then it seems like, boom, just like overnight, it started selling regularly at $600 plus, and that's within this past week. Now, I went through some of the auctions. I watched these auctions just to see what they're going at. And I noticed that the people who are winning these auctions are all the same person. And also when looking at the bid history, you can see some instances of shill bidding, this, from like low feedback buyers, bidders. But not only that, the increments that they're bidding at kind of makes me kind of pause on it and kind of say, oh, hey, this could be a case of shill bidding. It could be the case that this guy wants to buy a whole bunch of Rickey Henderson PSA 8 cards because he sees a lot of value in it. Maybe he thinks this card is going to be $1,000 card one day. So I'm going to go ahead and share the screen to you guys, and I'm going to show you these examples. All right, so this one is the Sam Vincent 1990 Hoops. So you can see here, I'll show you guys, I'll click into it. Here's a picture of the card. Sam Vincent going for a layup, and here's Michael Jordan in his full glory in the number 12 jersey. Now the PSA label on here just says Sam Vincent, but there's some PSA labels in here that says with Michael Jordan. So if you look at this, right, $510, it's going for $510, 72 bids for a PSA 10. This one here is going for $738 for a PSA 10. And how much time did he have left? This has 2 days left. And I believe this one has 2 days left as well. 2 days left. So unfortunately with PWCC, we can't see who the buyers are, right? We can't see who the buyers are, but I don't understand who in their right mind would start bidding up this card for this price. Like I said earlier, it's a novelty card. It's a novelty card. I don't think it has any really real significant value to me, personally. Personally, I don't see any real significant value. I mean, it's cool to see Jordan in the number 12 jersey. But like I said, it's more like of a novelty, just like the Mark Jackson card in this set, which had the Menendez brothers in the background. But yeah, this Sam Vincent card is crazy. And then, like I said, I was trying to find that sold listing, but when I search Sam Vincent hoops, and I put shows Michael Jordan in one of them, but because that's what the listing said, I can't seem to find it, even as a PSA 10. The last PSA 10 that I saw here was sold on February 5th for $250 as a buy it now from 4 Sharp Corners. Even a search on 130 point for Sam Vincent PSA 10, I don't see it. I don't see it. The most recent one here shows $249.99. Another one here, $249.99. So, this is funny. This is some funny business going on here. I don't believe this card should be valued at this much. And I'm going to post a picture again and show you what it went for just recently too. The screenshot I was able to grab. It's pretty crazy right there. And then second example here is this Topps 1980 Rickey Henderson rookie PSA 8, an iconic card. I feel it's an iconic card, and like I said, I bought one at $350 as a best offer. It went up pretty quickly. Here's $675. Buy it now is at $650s. Buy it now at $619. Auction for $611. Auction for $676. $675. $670. So it's been going regularly over $650. Now, if we look here at some of these listings, I pulled up the bid history. This is of the current auctions that's going on right now. See, 20 hours left, and you can see here. Pay attention to this guy right here. This feedback of 444. He's bidding up to $610 right now. So he's currently the leader on that one. He's currently the leader of this auction, and he is the leader of this auction right here. And then let's see where else is here. He was right here. Now, like I said, it could be that, oh, there he is again, 444. Another one here, 444. And these are all sold listings here now. Sold listing, sold listing. There's a zero feedback winner on this card for 676. Here he is again at 444 for 625. And this one was pretty weird too, because it's all the same. This guy's the same, but all 640. So I don't understand what happened there. However, if you don't think this guy's the same guy, you just look at this here. I mean, eBay does well when you look at the bidding history to kind of do it as a token, where it won't specifically say who the person is. But if you click on them, right, PR444, and you look at this total bids here, 95, 42, activity, right? If I pull up this other one here, see the same person, PR444, 95, 42, 16. So here, same thing, see? And then we'll pull this one up too, just for comparison's sake. Same thing, PR444, same thing, 95, 42, right here, 95, 42, right here, 95, 42. Right here too. Same thing, PR444, 95, 42, same thing. Same thing, same person. Same person has won all these auctions, and he's also the leading bidder on these other ones as well. Now, when I'm looking at these bidding, at the bid history, you can see a low feedback bidder here at 15. But what makes me kind of question it is just the pattern, the way they bid. 555, 576, 596, and then 615. But yeah, it's just kind of weird seeing this. I'm gonna try to find another example. Here's some low zero feedback bidders here, going up 460, 490, 500, and then again 520. And a lot of times it's the increments that I see here, like this person with the 22. So 545, 565, 585, 605, 625, and then all of a sudden 631.69, and then the final bid of 641.69. Some of these could be legitimate. I'm not gonna, it could be the case that this person here just wants to own a whole bunch of Rickey Henderson cards because they're trying to stack and stash it at $610 or at $600 because they may feel that the value of this card is $1,000. But I can't help but feel that there's some funny business going on, especially with the large price increase. So yeah, I mean, like at the end of the day, we just got to be careful when we're making our decisions on buying stuff. So like a lot of times whenever I'm looking at particular cards to talk about, or cards that I feel might present good value, and that's what I'm actually trying to look for. I'm actually trying to look for value. If a card makes a huge jump, I'm kind of weary about it. Just like with Deshaun Watson, his cards really have increased and ramped up, especially because of those trade rumors. When Josh Allen was making his playoff run, his cards jumped up really high. So, it may not be market manipulation in those cases, but whenever a card jumps up high very quickly, it kind of makes me pause a little bit and go, okay, let me focus on something else. Let me find something else to target. Because right now at this time, the value has left this card. And for me to present this card when the value is gone kind of defeats the purpose of trying to stay 1 or 2 steps ahead of the game and trying to find value and trying to make better purchasing decisions. So yeah, always be careful, like especially right now at this time with this big boom in vintage. And when something doesn't make sense to me, I'm kind of like, okay, let me do more research, let me figure things out, because if it doesn't make sense to me, then I don't know if I should be buying in on that. So I hope you guys found some value in this. If you guys did, go ahead and hit the thumbs up button. If you haven't yet, please consider subscribing. If you guys are a subscriber, thank you guys so much for watching. It means a lot to me. And with that being said, my name is Josh, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Later.